And now we're gonna review manipulating databases with JDBC. So if we go to MySQL community downloads, I already have a video for this, so we can go to the select operating system, go to platform independent, and we are gonna download here this one. And yeah, you can just no thanks. And we only need the file. If we go into, let me see if I go into Java, into my downloads. Okay, I already have it here. We already need this one, this file. Okay, so just keep that in mind. What we are gonna do right now is we are gonna create a new file. So I'm gonna go to Visual Studio Code, Control Alt Windows N, and it's gonna be a new project. Yeah, this one is fine. And I'm gonna go to Java. Yeah, like that. And let's name it just let me see, just display, just display. Okay, so oops, what we are gonna do is we're gonna grab the not this one, the file that we already downloaded. So we're gonna go right here, we're gonna extract just this one, and we are gonna go to, it's gonna be in Java, and it's gonna be in display, and we're gonna save it inside of the lib. Okay, so if we go to Visual Studio Code, if we go inside of the lib folder, we're gonna have this MySQL connector.jar. Okay, that's fine. We can delete this one, and now in the source we are gonna start writing our files. Writing our code. And I already have MySQL, so I already created a table. So if I go here, okay, I need to put my password. But if you go and right click and type in, click on copy JDBC connection string to a clipboard, this is what we are gonna need. This is gonna be the connection that we are gonna need. But let's enter. Let me okay, so I already have this table. Yeah, I have this schema name books, and the table I have here, the table is authors. So if we select from the table, from the schema books, from the table authors, so these are some of the names that we have been adding. So we're gonna add some more maybe on. So let's continue with the code. So the file, we are gonna name it, it's gonna be display, and it's gonna be authors.java. okay, it's gonna be display, no, not like that, this display, yeah, display authors.java. okay, and we're gonna be importing, so we're gonna import java that SQL that connection. Okay, we're gonna import java that SQL that statement. We need a connection, we need a statement. Let me see, let me copy this. And we're gonna need also the driver manager, so it's gonna be driver manager. Okay, we are also gonna need the driver manager, the result set, so it's gonna be result set now, result set metadata, so it's gonna be result set metadata. And finally we're gonna have the exception, SQL exception with that. SQL exception. And now we have our public class display authors. So here we are gonna have our database URL. So we're gonna have static final stream, and here we're gonna have in the database, so it's gonna be database underscore URL, and inside double quotes we're gonna put the URL. After that, semicolon at the end. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna click in this little house icon, and we're gonna go right here, right click it, and we're gonna put copy JDBC connection string to, and we're gonna paste it right here. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, now we're gonna launch the application. So we're gonna use the public static void main. Okay, so here we are gonna have in the connection, and here connection, we're gonna set it to null. It manages the connection. We're gonna have the query statement and also the result. So we're gonna have the statement. We're gonna set it to null. Okay, statement. We set it to null. We're gonna have the result set. We have the result set. Okay, we have the result set, and we have the result set, but it has to be lowercase letter r. Let me see. Yeah, set it to null, semicolon at the end. Result set. Why is giving me this? Now let's delete this one. We have the result set. Yeah, that's fine for now. What it says here? Quick fix, import result set. Okay, that's fine. Let me see. We have the Java SQL result set, and then the result set metadata. So yeah, everything is fine. Okay, let's continue. So we are gonna go into let me see, we're gonna go outside here. So we are still inside of the main method, but now we're gonna connect to the database books and the query database. So we're gonna have in the try, we're gonna open curly braces, and we're gonna establish the connection to the database. So it's gonna be the connection. We're gonna set it to the driver manager. So connection driver manager that get connection. And here we have, let me see, we have the database URL. That's fine, and I'm using the book from Deitel, so it's gonna be Deitel. That will be the user, and also Deitel. Deitel, like that, semicolon at the end. Okay, that will be inside of the try. Let's go, and now we have the statement. So the statement, we are gonna set it to the connection that create a statement, and we can just leave it empty, the parentheses. Now the query database, so we're gonna have in the result set, we're gonna set it to the statement that execute query, and here we are gonna have the query. So it's gonna be select, let me see if I have it here. If I enter, if I go into tables, if I go into authors, if I click right here, we're gonna have select from, and it's gonna be books.author. So this is the schema, and this is the table. Okay, so it's gonna be select from, let me see, select authors, and it's gonna be first name, last name, and it's gonna be from this one. So it's gonna be from books that authors, like that, semicolon at the end. So it's gonna be from the schema books and the table authors. Okay, so that would be the connection. And okay, I know why. So it has to be ResultSet. So double check for camel notation. Okay, so we have the query database, and here we will have the process query results. So we will have the result set metadata, and we will have metadata, so it's going to be metadata. We will have result set, and we will have get metadata, semicolon at the end. Then we will have an integer, and this integer will be number of rows, number of columns, so number of columns, and we're gonna set it to metadata that get column count, semicolon at the end. And here we will have the system.out.println. Here we will have authors, so authors table of books database colon, and to the next line. Okay, now we will have the for loop. So let me see, we will have an integer I, and we set it to 1 as long as I is less than or equal to the number of columns, so number of columns, semicolon at the end, and we're gonna increment this variable by 1. Okay, let me see, 1 2 3. Then we will have the system.out that print format, in this case will be format, and we'll have the percent signs, -8 string, and t. As a second argument, we'll have the metadata that get column name, so this one, and we're gonna pass in I, the variable I. Then we will have just the system.out, let me see, system.out.println, and just leave the parentheses empty. So here we will have the while, so we're gonna have the while loop, so the while, and here we will have in the result set, so it's gonna be the result set that next, that's fine. And we open curly braces, and now we're gonna have a for loop inside of the while loop. So we're gonna have an integer I, and when I is the condition, so when I is initialized to 1, then we're gonna have I less than or equal to the number of columns, so it's gonna be number of columns, and we're gonna increment the variable by 1 2 3. So we will have the system.out.println print format, yeah, that's fine. And yeah, we can copy this. Yes, here, let me see, like that. Not just like that. So now we will have, again, instead of metadata, we will have the result set. So we will have the result set that get object, so that get object, and now we're passing in the object, so the object I. We will go here and right here, and here we will have the system that println. We can leave it like that. So that will be the end of the while. This will be the end of the try. So let me see. Yeah, that will be the end of the try. So this is the try and catch, and we can do it like this. Here we're gonna have SQL exception. So we'll have SQL exception and SQL exception, but lowercase letters, but camel notation nonetheless. So we will have SQL exception that print stack trace, so that's fine. We will go below, and finally we're gonna ensure that result set statement and connection are closed. So we're gonna open curly braces, and we're gonna have again our try. So here we will have the result set that close. Let me see, lowercase. That is the statement that close, and connection that close. Okay, that's fine. Semicolon at the end. What else? Okay, so here is the catch again, and here we will have the exception. Now we will have exception that print the stack trace. Okay, semicolon at the end. Okay, so now here, double checking select author ID has to be select author ID, comma first name, comma last name from books.authors, and here in user has to be Deitel, and password Deitel lowercase inside double quotes. And what else do we have? So yeah, that will be it. So make sure you have the correct one so we can run it. And as you can see, we have this table, so we can add some more. Let me see. So let's add one more name. So we're gonna insert. So we're gonna insert into this is authors, into the table authors. So we're gonna insert, and to the next line we're gonna have values. We're gonna open parentheses, semicolon at the end, and for the ID it's gonna be 6, so it's gonna be 7, and double quotes here, comma, and double quotes. So we can just put in whatever name we want, a name and last name. So let me see some names. So I don't know, some Eminem maybe. Let me see, Eminem. I don't know. Shady. Yeah, something like that. And we can select the whole thing and just click in this lightning bolt. And we already have this one, and let's do it one more time. So I don't know, maybe Tupac, maybe like that, Tupac, like that, and hip, I don't know. And let's just add it. So we're gonna have MNN 2-pack, okay. And if we go here to the Visual Studio Code, we already have 6, so we should have 2 more, so in total 8 updated. So let's run it, and as you can see, we have added MNN and 2-pack, so it's working. So here, make sure that you have, and the best case is just go into this house icon and just right click it and then copy JDBC connection to the string to the clipboard. So you paste it right here and you wouldn't have any trouble.